anybody else's hands, this is a microphone. In my hands, it's a pipe too much to be done on this mic that I ain't doing ready.
Hey ladies and, well, all gentlemen. This is my post-ban gen list. Everyone knows Bloodbraid Elf gone, but, you know, it basically has the same pieces. I run triple Thoughtseize, triple Inquisition. I tried to limit my life loss. Triple Liliana because everyone and their mother is playing Geist. Also, it's another form of hand disruption, which is what Jund is really good at. One Dismember, which is good at Maelstrom Pulse, more removal. Terminate is just more removal. Full Art Terminate, because I'm using cards that I don't own, because I wanted to make it all shiny. And then Lightning Bolts. Double Thundermaw Hellkite. Now, by the way, you can take out a Thundermaw Hellkite for a Thragtusk, but I'm running 3 Dark Confidant, 4 Deathray Shamans, which is good with 8 fetch lands, 4 Marsh Flats, 4 Verdant Catacombs. You know, the triple Deathray Shaman, I find myself, you know, since the curve's a little higher, I want to do that. But this is the most important card here. Lotus Cobra. I see a lot of people playing Bituminous Blast, and you're fucking retarded. No offense. But Lotus Cobra, it allows you to ramp into Thundermaw, allows you to ramp into Liliana, it allows you to ramp into Tarmogoyf, it allows you to ramp into Huntmaster, which takes the place of Bloodbraid Elf. It gains you some life, which is good. But these are your win conditions, essentially. Huntmaster just gains life, it's creature advantage, it doesn't get killed by Liliana, it makes a token, you know, it's good stuff, good peoples. And it's very easy to play with Lotus Cobra. Now, once again, you can take out 1 Thundermaw Hellkite for a Thragtusk. There is nothing wrong with playing Thragtusk in Modern. And if you flip him over to Dark Confidant, you gain 5 life anyway. I run 8 basic lands, because, like I said, I'm trying to minimize life loss, due to, you know, the deck being a tad bit slower and losing just general large amounts of life. I run 1 of each, 2 Overgrown Tombs, I believe, yes, and 1 of each other shock, except Temple Garden, and the white is for the sideboard. It's also, you know, fetchable with Marsh Flats. And Verdant Catacombs and Marsh Flats are able to get every shock land and basic land, essentially. Now this is interesting. I got my 2 Raging Ravines. You know, it's the most iconic land in the deck. But I also run a Urborg. I really like Urborg in this deck because, you know, it fixes your mana, and it allows you to, you know, you use something like the fetch lands to not lose life, and with things like Dark Confidant and fetch lands and shock lands, you do tend to lose life. So with this deck, I'm trying to gain life with things like Huntmaster and Deathray Shaman, and minimize life loss with Urborg, which turns your fetch lands into swamps and allows you to not have to fetch, which sometimes you just don't want to. So this is the basis of the deck. It's just kind of like the old deck. Runs 2 Thundermaws. I cut a Dark Confidant. People think that's crazy. That's fine. I would rather Inquisition or Thoughtseize on turn 1 and 2 than play Dark Confidant on turn 2. And if you don't play 4 Bloodbraid Elves, I mean, what are you doing? I mean, that card is just busted. But like, I like the mana base. It's set up really well so that you can activate everything. Like I said, Gala Shrine's for the sideboard. Overgrown Tomb is probably the best land in the deck, only because, you know, Tarmogoyf and Inquisition. But the Urborg is something I would really consider in a lot of decks, especially if you want to minimize like that 1 point of life loss, or the bolting yourself to get a swamp. Here's my sideboard. Um, with some, potential. Okay, sowing salt. Sowing salt. It's Tron, whatever. I like extirpate. Okay, people hate surgical extraction. Blah blah blah. Against a lot of these decks, you kill kill one of their things, and you could just wreck their entire game plan. Also, it's uncounterable, and it has split second, so you can do it with things on the stack. Rakdos charms are good for a lot of reasons. They can exile a graveyard in response to Snapcaster. Someone goes Kiki Jiki, you can kill them. There's a lot of different things you could actually do with that. It also destroys artifacts, which is nice. It limits Ancient Grudge. If you want to take Ancient Grudge out of the deck, you can. Rare Revelation is important. There's two things that bother me when you play Jund, and that's Leyline of Sanctity, because that stops your Thoughtseize and Inquisition, and your Liliana. And there's also Boggle, which is very frustrating. Hence why I play one Godless Shrine in the deck. Abrupt Decay is good against things like Rest in Peace, which your opponents will play and turns your Tarmogoyfs into 0/1s. It's very frustrating. Sudden Shock is for combo decks with counterspells, blah 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 blah. An assortment of things. Pithing Needle, it's for Tron, it's for Planeswalkers, it's for Gavany Township. And then here's my creature suite. One Batterskull, double Olivia. Batterskull is just good. The main issue I find when I play Jund is that you'll play against the red, white, and blue decks, and then they just drop a Rest in Peace, and you're sitting there and with a 0/1 Tarmogoyf. So there will be situations where I might take out the Dark Confidants, or a combination of Dark Confidant and Tarmogoyf, and put in double Olivia and a Batterskull, which raises the curve again. But like I said, I have Lotus Cobra, which really accelerates. Also, Olivia can take control of Emrakul, which is hilarious. It's just, Tarmogoyf can become a liability. It's good, but there's just a lot of hate sideboard. Batterskull is just generally good. It wins games on its own. Olivia's also, her ability to ping things is fantastic against token decks. They got the 1/1 tokens, and you're just sitting there at end turn, ping, 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 ping. I'm not sure about Extirpate. It could be Surgical Extraction, which is free, but like I said, I'm trying to limit my life loss. But there's for example, the red, white, and blue deck. If I could take out the Restoration Angel with an Extirpate, I'm set. I really enjoy that. I know people don't want to flip over a Thundermaw with their Dark Confidant, but it really just... I'm limiting your life loss. Some other possibilities you can maybe consider. Moto. Would make things so difficult. Oh, wait, let me find it. Sorin, Lord of the Dance. A card that I especially like because, yes, you can play it very quickly with Lotus Cobra. It can... Because I just don't like Lingering Souls. I'll be honest. I'm not a fan of Lingering Souls at all. It's a good blocker, and that's about it. I can rarely ever win games with Lingering Souls. There's a lot of decks out there that even aren't playing Shocks and Fetches, so Lingering Souls is not as good, and with Rest in Peace in every white sideboard, it's really, really not good. So, I mean, you can consider Lingering Souls and take out one Terminate. You can move Dismember to the side. take out an Inquisition, and then play like 3 Lingering Souls. But let's be honest, would you rather play Thundermaw Hellkite or Lingering Souls? Or Sorin, because Sorin's cool. I like Sorin. I don't know, maybe I just like him a little too much. But then again, this deck should have Tybalt in it, though. The fact that it doesn't have Tybalt makes me very angry. But the main thing about this deck and how it changed is that you're losing a little bit of card advantage, which everyone thinks makes the deck slower. But with only 24 lands, 3 Dark Confidants, tons of hand disruption, which slows them down, and Lotus Cobra, which speeds you up, and Huntmaster, which gains you life, it's not really the end of the world. And, you know, with a good sideboard plan, I wouldn't miss Bloodbraid Elf. Pithing Needle is just such a good, versatile card. Although it kind of freaks me out, they're kind of shoving it into the back of his spine. You'll find a lot of Tron decks. This does play a lot of unglued foil, unhinged foil basics, but only unhinged foil basics. If you play anything less, you should not be playing Jund. People will think you're weird for playing Urborg. Don't listen to them. Everyone will say, oh, you're giving your opponent black mana. Well, they can go fuck themselves, because you're getting black mana and you're not losing life, and you're ripping cards out of their hand, and then you're dropping a Thundermaw Hellkite, and you're basically putting one in their mouth. But I like the mana base. It's really well fixed. The deck is faster than it seems. It is not a deck with Bloodbraid Elf. Sorry. Bituminous Blast is not happening. I do not like that. I saw a guy cascade Bituminous Blast to kill a creature, and then he gets a Lightning Bolt off of it to kill a creature. I'm like, wow. So here's my post-ban Jund deck. I hope you guys like it and give it a shot.